Sister Wives. Was Meri Brown and Janelle Brown's recent reunion the start of a beautiful new friendship? Sister Wives stars Meri Brown and Janelle Brown hadn't seen each other since their respective divorces from Kody Brown, but they recently reunited. For many years, Meri and Janelle were both married to the same polygamist husband. At his peak, Kody had 4 wives and 18 children in total. Over the last few years, 3 of his 4 wives have walked away from the plural family, including Meri and Janelle. Kody now finds himself in a monogamous marriage with his 4th and final wife. Robyn Brown. Meri and Janelle were never close when they were married to Kody. Though they helped raise a large family together, they didn't have very much in common otherwise. There was always a great deal of resentment among Kody's wives, in large part because he didn't always handle things properly. Polygamy is complicated, and Kody wasn't good at keeping his wives happy. Though Janelle and Meri are no longer part of the Brown family, they recently reunited during Sister Wives Season 19 to discuss a lingering financial matter. Could the 2 single moms possibly forge a new friendship? Meri was the first woman who Kody married. They tied the knot in 1990, and divorced in 2022, after 32 years of marriage. Kody's second wife, Janelle, joined the family just a few short years later, in 1993. They divorced in 2022, after 29 years of marriage. Though Meri and Janelle spent many decades married to the same man, the 2 women were never close. Meri only had 1 child, and tended to keep to herself. Janelle had 6 children, and she worked full-time, so she may not have had the broadband to get close to Meri. The women from connecting. The Sister Wives stars simply had very different types of personalities, and they would never have been friends in any other scenario. Though Meri and Janelle were never close, they did respect each other. They both recognized that each woman was doing what she thought was in the best interest of the family as a whole. This value system was most on display when it came to family finances. Both Janelle and Meri worked outside the home and invested heavily. Kody and his 4 wives had bought land at Coyote Pass, and had planned to build 4 separate homes on it. The hope was that their children would build there someday too. Sadly, the Brown family fell apart before they ever broke ground. The land at Coyote Pass became a symbol of the Brown family's dissolution. During an episode of Sister Wives Season 19, Meri and Janelle got together to discuss legal matters. It had been a while since the 2 had seen each other. While they discussed the land wedding deal, gave viewers a fleeting glimpse of their separate divorces from Kody. It seems like one of the ex-wives is now ready to take center stage full-time. During the first installment of the 4-part Sister Wives Tell-All, which aired Sunday, May 25th, Janelle Brown didn't just reflect on her journey, she made it clear she's ready to share her next chapter with the world. And fans are already cheering from the sidelines. Question: if your life were a movie, what would it be? Host Sukanya Krishnan tossed this to the cast, and the answers came with surprising depth. Kody went with Point Break, cheekily rebranded as Point Broken. Meri leaned into Wild, while Christine initially claimed Everything Everywhere All at Once, though Sukanya pegged her as more of a Legally Blonde spirit. Christine, dressed in a bright pink pantsuit, couldn't help but do the iconic bend and snap on cue. Then came Janelle's turn, and her answer held more weight than just cinematic flair. She chose fried green tomatoes, explaining that the film symbolized how she was reclaiming her identity and stepping into her own power. Sukanya countered, suggesting she was more of an eat, pray, love kind of woman. She agreed without hesitation, saying she'd love to live that story, one where she could explore the world, heal, grow, and perhaps, as she put it, find a man like Javier Bardem. Then came the golden moment: I would love someone to follow me around as I went on this journey. Whether that someone is a camera crew or a kindred spirit, Janelle just made her case for a solo reality series. Loud and clear, reality TV is full of chaos, but rare are the stories that feel genuinely transformational. Janelle Brown stepping out with her own spin-off would offer more than just drama. It would give fans a look at what rebuilding, reclaiming, and rediscovering oneself looks like in real time. Whether it becomes a travelogue, a memoir in motion, or a candid look at post-plural life, Janelle's journey is the one viewers are ready to watch. And judging by her tell-all comments, she might just be ready to deliver. Over the years, I've observed cast members of Sister Wives undergo various changes and transformations. Kody developed a deep love for his 4th wife, Robyn Brown, while neglecting his first 3 wives and other family members. I also witnessed Meri, Janelle, and Kody Brown gain the confidence to leave their polygamous relationships with Kody and pursue their own aspirations. I believe that the last 3 years have been pivotal for the Brown family, as everybody has moved forward with their lives. They have all established new lives separate from one another. There are a few valid reasons why I think the network may choose not to renew Sister Wives, with the most obvious being the poor reception of season 19. The show has been on the air for nearly 15 years and has remained entertaining thanks to the cast members' dynamic personalities and their interesting storylines. Unfortunately, the newest season wasn't as enjoyable as previous ones. It felt purposeless, with all the cast members focusing on their personal issues. Sister Wives is no longer the family-oriented show it has been for years. The most significant part of the season was the documenting of the aftermath of Garrison Brown's passing, which was the highlight of the season. Scenes involving Janelle and Kody's son felt authentic and grounded. However, the drama surrounding Kody's separation from Meri, Janelle, and Kody seemed unnecessary. Scenes featuring Kody and Robyn also appeared overdone and lacked substance. Over the last 4 months, I've noticed numerous fans talk about the perceived dullness of Sister Wives season 19, with some going as far as calling it the worst season ever due to its excessive length, and believe they are content in their current monogamous relationship, which is a good thing. But this isn't what originally drew fans to the show. Sister Wives has always focused on Kody's plural marriages, but with Meri, Janelle, and Kody leaving him, the show now lacks direction and purpose. Kody and Robyn have discussed whether they will continue practicing polygamy but haven't made a decision, indicating their lack of interest. Believe Kody and Robyn have been boring many fans by dragging out their storyline. They debated the topic, expressing a desire for polygamy and then denying it, only to bring it up again. Robyn once mentioned her interest in plural marriage, but she set a strange condition that Kody could never fulfill. Robyn stated, "I would be interested in living plural marriage again," but she also asked Kody to guarantee a positive outcome. She explained she doesn't want to endure any more trauma because of having sister wives and a plural family. Over the years, I've observed the network cancelling and ending many of its long-running shows, replacing them with newer, better shows. One specific example is The Family Chantel, which aired for nearly 5 years. The show followed the story of Chantel Everett and Pedro Jimeno, a couple from the 90-Day Fiancé franchise, showcasing their married life. In 2022, Pedro and Chantel split up, leading to Pedro filing for divorce. A year later, the show was cancelled. Son Garrison in Wyoming, and not in their home state of Arizona, while opening up about how his tragic death helped to strengthen their connection as a family. Garrison died by suicide at the age of 25 on March 5, 2024, and now, in a new episode of the family's TLC reality TV series, Janelle and Kody have lifted the lid on how they overcame their bitter rift to honor their son's legacy together. In the May 11th installment of the show, Janelle explains to the cameras that she and Kody were in total agreement that Garrison should be laid to rest in Wyoming. "You can look out, and you see the mountains surround this big basin. The wind is usually blowing. It's just a beautiful view. It's a Wyoming view," said Janelle, who added that she wants to be buried next to her son when she dies. Garrison's tragic passing had put their family drama to rest, she continued. Garrison's death has brought about some healing of relationships, which has been good. "Despite all of the flaws and problems that the adults had, we raised these kids that really do feel like they were siblings," she explained. "Garrison was always somebody who wanted to be working with his hands," Janelle said in a confessional. "He did his best when he was working with his hands." Garrison's love for his siblings extended across the entire family, as Janelle shared that he often spent time with his father, Kody Brown, and Kody's fourth wife, Robyn Brown's youngest children, 13-year-old Solomon and 9-year-old Oriella. Janelle and Kody's 6 children, while his father has a total of 18 kids. Janelle became Kody's second wife in 1993, joining him and his first wife, Meri Brown, as they began building their plural family. Kody, 56, continued to build their family when he spiritually married Kody Brown, with whom he shares 6 children. Years later in 2014, he legally divorced Meri, 54, to marry Robyn, 46, and adopt her 3 children from a previous marriage. Janelle Brown from Sister Wives recently reached a significant milestone in her life, which she celebrated by showing love to her family members. She joined the Brown family as Kody Brown's second wife in 1993. The couple had been married for nearly 30 years and had 6 children together, but their relationship deteriorated during the pandemic. The Sister Wives season 17 star reached her breaking point when Kody pressured her to kick their sons out. After she declined his demand, their relationship soured. Eventually, she chose to end her spiritual marriage to Kody and moved from Flagstaff to North Carolina. Even though Janelle is incredibly happy to live close to her daughter, Madison Brush, in North Carolina, she has recently faced some challenges adjusting to her new life. Sensing Janelle's discomfort and stress in her new surroundings, Michelle may have wanted to make her mother-in-law feel special. She wrote a heartfelt message expressing her love for Janelle. Her sweet message aimed to reassure the Sister Wives cast member that she wasn't alone after the end of her marriage to Kody. Their messages showed that Janelle has a loving. Janelle recently went through some major changes, from moving to North Carolina to starting her new business, Tider Farms. During this period of transition, she needs all the support she can get. Michelle's message encouraged Janelle to move forward in the next chapter of her life with confidence, knowing that she had support. This message could also be interpreted as a jab at Kody, who lacks strong relationships with his adult children. Michelle praised Janelle for being involved in her adult children's lives, possibly taking a dig at Kody, who only seemed interested in being there for Robyn's children. Janelle's optimistic outlook has helped her overcome challenges and celebrate her 55th birthday with enthusiasm. Despite facing setbacks, she remains full of life and is showing resilience in the face of turmoil. Janelle wants her fans to see that she is forging ahead in her life, determined to reclaim her peace and embrace new experiences. By marking this latest milestone, she is showing her followers that she has grown from her past struggles and is committed to living life to the fullest. The Sister Wives cast member feels grateful for the unwavering support of her children and their spouses. Reality television has a way of exposing people in ways they never anticipated. When audiences first met Kody Brown on TLC's Sister Wives, he presented himself as a confident patriarch of a plural family, a man with energy, charisma, and an unshakable belief in his own vision of leadership. For years, he moved through life with a sense of authority, controlling the narrative of his large family and the dynamics within it. But stepping away from the familiar territory of Flagstaff, Arizona, and into the demanding world of a new television project, Kody Brown recently faced something that many viewers believed was long overdue, a reality check. His appearance in a competition-based reality show was billed as a fresh challenge, a chance for the controversial TLC star to prove himself outside the confines of family drama. Yet what unfolded was less about showcasing his strength and more about showing his limits. For perhaps the first time since becoming a household name, Kody was knocked down to size, not only by the intense physical and emotional demands of the show but also by the reactions of those around him who were not already conditioned to bend to his will. A shift from the polygamy spotlight. Kody Brown built his reality career around his plural family. For over a decade, Sister Wives documented the ups and downs of his relationships with wives Meri, Janelle, Christine, and Robyn, as well as the challenges of raising 18 children within a polygamous framework. The show was groundbreaking when it premiered in 2010, not only because it gave outsiders a rare glimpse into polygamy in modern America but also because it spotlighted the charisma of its central figure, Kody. Yet the family that once stood united under Kody's direction eventually fractured. Christine left first, finding empowerment and independence after years of what she described as unequal treatment. Janelle followed, citing emotional distance and Kody's unwillingness to compromise. Meri, the first wife, also exited after a long, painful journey of estrangement. That left only Robyn, the youngest wife, who has long been accused by fans of being Kody's favorite. With 3 of his marriages crumbling and his reputation within the fanbase shifting from intriguing to polarizing, Kody's image needed rehabilitation. A new gig outside the TLC bubble offered an opportunity. Here was a chance to prove that the outspoken father could hold his own, not just in domestic disputes filmed for reality television, but in grueling physical trials designed to break down even the toughest competitors. The new challenge. The show, filmed in rugged conditions, demanded resilience, adaptability, and a willingness to work as part of a team. For contestants, it was an arena where egos were stripped away, and only raw determination mattered. While some participants thrived in the face of adversity, Kody's confidence, so often a central feature of his personality, was put to the ultimate test. From the moment filming began, it became clear that his trademark bravado would not carry him far. Unlike Sister Wives, where conversations could be steered and conflicts dramatized for camera time, this new gig allowed no room for manipulation. Physical exhaustion leveled the playing field. Emotional vulnerability was not just encouraged but required. Every participant, regardless of fame or past accomplishments, had to submit to the same brutal challenges. For someone like Kody, who had long thrived on being the loudest voice in the room, this setting revealed weaknesses he could not easily mask. A reality check in real time. According to insiders, Kody struggled with tasks that demanded silent endurance. He often attempted to take charge, barking orders and trying to rally others with the same intensity he once used at family meetings. But in this environment, his approach clashed with fellow participants. Many were not interested in following his lead, and some reportedly found his overconfidence off-putting. The more he pushed, the more television resistance he encountered. Instead of rallying a group, he found himself isolated. Instead of being admired for his leadership, he was questioned. And as physical trials pushed his limits, his energy drained faster than expected. In one particularly grueling sequence, sources described Kody faltering when others pressed on. The man who once positioned himself as the head of a sprawling household suddenly appeared vulnerable, even small, against the backdrop of relentless challenges. It was a humbling moment, one that underscored just how different this world was from the safety of the TLC cameras. Public reaction. About time. When word leaked about Kody's struggles during filming, fans of Sister Wives were quick to weigh in. For years, viewers had criticized his treatment of his wives, particularly the way he seemed to prioritize Robyn at the expense of his other relationships. Many longtime fans saw his setbacks on the new show as poetic justice. Social media buzzed with commentary. Some joked that the universe had finally balanced the scales, stripping Kody of the authority he had clung to for so long. Others expressed satisfaction in seeing him forced into a position where his words carried no special power. Instead of being the unquestioned leader, he was just another contestant, facing the same obstacles and consequences as everyone else. For audiences who felt Kody had grown arrogant during Sister Wives, his televised humbling was a satisfying turn of events. The larger symbolism. Kody's struggle on the new show represents more than just a personal setback. It symbolizes a broader shift in the narrative surrounding him. For years, he was the central figure in a story about family, faith, and plural marriage. Now, he is increasingly defined by what he has lost: 3 marriages, the trust of many of his children, and the goodwill of viewers who once rooted for his unconventional family. In this new environment, stripped of his built-in authority, Kody could no longer rely on past status. The only thing that mattered was his ability to endure, to adapt, and to show humility. And it was in that space that he faltered. This humbling turn could be seen as karmic, an inevitable balancing after years of dominating the narrative of his family. Or it could be viewed as an opportunity for growth, a chance for Kody to learn lessons about vulnerability, teamwork, and respect in ways he had previously resisted. The aftermath. Although the show has yet to air in full, the reports of Kody's difficulties during filming have already reshaped how fans anticipate his storyline. Instead of expecting him to emerge as a bold leader or underdog hero, audiences are watching for the cracks. They are eager to see the moments when his bravado meets resistance, when his self-image collides with reality. For Kody, this is uncharted territory. In Sister Wives, no matter the conflict, he remained the gravitational center of the show. Here, he is just one among many. His relevance is not guaranteed, and his influence is not automatic. How he processes this humbling experience, whether with denial, defensiveness, or genuine reflection, remains to be seen. But one thing is certain: he has been knocked down to size, and fans will not soon forget it. A turning point for Kody Brown? In the end, this chapter in Kody Brown's reality television journey may prove pivotal. For years, he has presented himself as strong, determined, and sometimes unyielding. The cracks exposed during his new gig suggest a man who may not be as invincible as he once believed. Whether he embraces this as a wake-up call or doubles down on his usual bravado will shape not only his future television career but also his legacy in the eyes of viewers. For the first time, Kody cannot control the script. He cannot dictate how the story unfolds. He must live with the version of himself that the world is about to see, a version stripped of illusion, knocked down, and forced to confront his own limits. And for many fans who have waited years for Kody Brown to face reality, that is must-s.